So, last video you guys saw, this motor was in my little GLI. A lot of stuff has happened since then, and now it is obviously in this car, and I no longer have the GLI. I don't know if I ever showed this car, but yeah, long story short, that's where it's in. Longer story short, this motor is now cooked. I don't know if I still have the key in it. No, but this motor's completely shot. There's no saving it. It has no compression. Head gasket's toast. Head's probably cracked. I wouldn't be surprised. Anyways, so I figured I actually do something with my little YouTube. Make a build out of it. Okay, so here is basically the plan. I have this 24 valve vr6. Bottom end's cooked, I already know. Head is questionable, I'm not sure, because cylinder 5 spark plug was cooked. There's a lot of malice in that combustion palace. Yeah, you get it. And I also have this block. It's a little dirty. It has some rust pitting. Not pitting, but it has some rust on the cylinder walls. It's also a 24 valve. I'm planning on using this block. So what I'm going to do is take it to machine shop, get it all machined nice and smooth, take this head, and have them do a valve job. No, not valve job. Probably have them do just the seals and all that. I'm going to put cams in this head. I might get this head redone because there's parts in it that aren't very great. Like especially the ends here. And feel that a little bit. Feel that. I think it'll be fine, personally. But that's why I'm going to tear this head down and see what the damage is. See if I can save it. But anyways, long story short, I figure I'll tell you what this car is. This is my 05 GTI. Originally bought it as a 1.8T. It was bone stock. Not bone stock. I had a goofy exhaust on it. I already had the coils on it. Otherwise, it was pretty much bone stock. I found side skirts for it. Put vr6s on it because they're sexy. Found the old lip that was on my blue car for it. Obviously now 24 valve swapped. Pipe bolsters. Still tan interior, but whatever. Rieger GTX rear lip that I plan on refinishing. It's currently got an Autotech. Well, it's actually a MagnaFlow with Autotech tips on it. And a wing that I need to remount. I'll probably clean all this stuff off before I remount it. Big carbon wing. And cool part about it, my Golf City cluster, I need to redo the speedometer because I went and put something behind the immobilizer light so it doesn't flash. But no, this thing did rip for a little bit when it was vr6. It ripped when it was a 1.8T, but I'm a real man and I don't like getting cocked in my butt, so yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna start tearing this motor down and I will give you guys updates every now and again and see what I find. So cool little thing. Got the exhaust off. It's supposed to be a Tectonics high flow cat. Not sure how much I believe that. Alternator fell right off. That spins nicely. Tensioner spins nicely. You know what? It's really cool. This had an AC delete on it, and I thought it was just some guy that built it. Apparently it's a Dorman. The part number's right there for you, if you want to. I think now, because I'm going to keep the AC, well, I'm going to do the AC deletes. Weight savings. It's going to be a fucking track car, basically. But I might as well do the power steering delete too. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do that one. I might have to build something. Who knows? But, a little update. This engine is filthy. Absolutely disgusting. But, no. Oh well. Poor old G. What are you doing in my car? Hey. Poor old GTI. Well, got the intake manifold off. Thank God, because none of these wanted to come out. Some of them started stripping. The head started stripping. Pull this off, and let me tell you, it is rough. There's oil actively leaking out of cylinder 6. There is now an oil spot on the ground that all of it leaked out of cylinder 6. Just really cool, I guess. I'm gonna have to clean that up later. But yeah, none of these cylinders really look great. There's a better look. I suppose that doesn't look bad, but well, if I wanna look at 5. Hard to tell on 5, but yeah, no, none of them really look all that good. So I'll tear the valve cover off and let's poke under there. Well, got the valve cover off of it, and you know what? To be honest with you, it doesn't look that bad. Chain is very tight. I'm pretty sure it's at TDC. I'm pretty sure I said it at TDC last time I played with it. Chain is very tight. Cam lobes look pretty good. You know, especially considering that it looks like this thing hasn't been very well maintained. I mean, considering the outside of it and looking at the car that it came out of, it was very rough. One thing I'll note is that it absolutely reeks in here. It smells horrible. Another clear sign of it wasn't very well maintained. But what I'm looking for is that these cams aren't scored, because you know, this head wasn't horrible, but it wasn't great. But the cam lobes that came out of that head, they're all beat up. That one's pretty bad. I mean, a part of me really wants to do cams because I'm building a motor for it. I'm not building a motor, I'm just refreshing a motor. But part of me really wants to do cams, but they're $1,000 and it's not really worth it. So I think I'll use these. I think I'll reuse those rockers because those rockers look really good. And I think I'm just gonna transfer them all into this head and call it a day. Well, I was going through just for shits and giggles. Went and looked at this whole entire head. There's some crud in it from obviously wear and tear and mileage. This is EGR stuff. Anyways, the important thing is I flashlight all these holes, both sides, intake and exhaust. None of them bleed any light through the valves. I inspected the whole entire head as much as I could, even with it being a little dirty. And everything is perfectly fine. So I'm honestly kind of thinking I will go through, clean up these cylinders a little bit, clean up this block surface a little bit, and then paint it and slap it together, because I honestly just want to drive my car, and it'd be funner to have a 3.2 or a 3.6 in it later on. But right now, plan is I rip that valve cover off, and rip the cams out, rip the rockers out, and slap them in this head. And then just, I don't know, clean up this head, prep it, make it look pretty. So I can put it together and then put that motor together and hopefully have some. So interesting discovery. I was just gonna throw everything from this head onto this head and call it a day, right? But look right here, a little bit of a clean spot right there. The valves aren't hit, thank God, but I'm wondering what that was from. I was thinking maybe because I was trying to clean it up a little bit, blah blah blah, whatever. And then I come over here, start cleaning up this deck a little bit, go around, and starting to chip away at the rust in the cylinders, blah blah blah, whatever. Now on this one, you know, it's at TDC. I noticed it's been hitting the head a little bit. It feels like it just very, very slightly hit the head because those valves aren't even touched, right? but now that kind of concerns me. So now, I guess I'm tearing down this block, because I don't know about that one.